What's up, everybody? You know, it's funny. The government. We all mostly know that the government are no good. We all mostly know that the government are crooked. The government are, you know, you name it with words. They're no, they're crooked. They fuck us over. You get the idea. It's funny though. We know these things, but yet, even though we know these things, it's like basically we just accept it because what do? We just keep reproducing. We keep reproducing into this hellhole. We know the government don't care about us. We know the government are evil. We know the government possibly do things behind. Well, obviously, I'm pretty sure they do things behind our back. And we basically know. You seen that orb that just flew by? I seen that on camera. But as I was saying, we know the government's up to no good. We know the government are pieces of shit. Please don't shut me down, government, for saying that. I'm just trying to keep it real, but, in a friendly way as best as possible. But I mean, all that being said, we just accept it because if we didn't accept it, we wouldn't keep reproducing. We accept it because we keep reproducing. All right, yeah, it is what it is. I want to have a kid. Now the kid's got to deal with the government. Now the kid's going to possibly say one day the government don't care about us, the government are crooked, blah, blah, blah. And then he's going to accept that basically and have a kid too. And then the list just keeps going. The cycle, however you want to call it, just keeps going and going and going and going. Because if we didn't accept it, we would stop having kids. But that's the thing. We just accept life as a shithole. And it's like we're just saying to ourselves, it's the way it is. So since it's the way it is, there's nothing to do to change it. Let's have a kid. And then now we got to tell our kids that it's just the way life is, man. The government always rule, man. Why don't we actually be smart and stop reproducing? Stop bringing another living thing into this world. Stop bringing another human being into this world. Stop reproducing. Whatever's here now, fine. Let it all die out and be extinct. People, I don't understand why people look at extinction or whatever as a bad thing. Once we're going to eventually be extinct. We're going to die someday. Who cares if one day, if we, let's say we agree to stop having kids and we all just die, who cares if the world no longer has people? Heck, the world will be better off. The world will be in a lot better situation it is than it is now. We just fucking cause mayhem to the world. Like, for example, what's going on in Israel and all that crap. And just in general. The world would be so much better without human beings. That's just a fact. You know how I say there's a lot of theories in life? Well, honestly, I don't look at that one as a theory. That's just plain facts. Life would be so much better without us. The world would be so much better without us. The world, there wouldn't be all this supposed global warming or whatever the hell. Which I'm not saying I believe in global warming. I honestly don't know. Like I said, guys, I don't know what the fuck to believe or not believe anymore. But I could tell you this. Today and tomorrow it's going to be almost 80 degrees. We're going on almost November. Right now, normal temperatures for here should be like maybe in the 40s, maybe 50s in the day, upper 40s. Shouldn't be no 80 degrees. So I don't know if that's considered global warming. I don't know what the hell. I'm not saying it is, it isn't. I don't know what the fuck to believe anymore, like I say. But I could definitely tell you this. It's not normal. I never experienced temperatures that high around this time of the month. So but definitely causing damage to the world. But sadly, not enough damage to the point where the shithole could just end once and for all and we could be free. But you get what I'm trying to say. We cause damage to the world that if we didn't exist, the world would probably actually heal itself. The world would probably say to itself, "Ooh, finally those humans aren't arming me anymore. Oh man, they finally got off my globe back, I can start having some normal weather climate again." It's a little joke, but I mean, that's just a fact, though, of saying the world would be a lot healthier if we weren't here. Because all we do is cause destruction. We ruin natural habitats, deforestation, like we go in woods or mountains, we blast in, and what do? We build shit. Buildings, houses, whatever, businesses, all that bullshit. And what's the reason, of course, for it? Yes, obviously it's common fucking sense of what's the reason for it. This. And that, ruining animals' homes, then people wonder why there's animals in their front yard or in their backyard that usually they never even seen ever in their life there before, because people keep disturbing their habitat, their homes. So that's what I'm saying. Humans just cause destruction, damage, you name it. We're the biggest error. We're the biggest annoying species here on this planet. But anyway, going back to the government crap, it just amazes me how we all talk bad about the government, which I could agree. The government are no good. The government are crooked. The government are evil. The government are the devil. I agree. But since I agree to that, I say to myself, I'm not going to bring a kid into this evil world. I see what this world's about. I see how cruel, evil, fucked up it is. The government, all that shit, the elites, you name it. So right there, I'm being smart by saying I'm not going to have a kid. Why do I want to bring a kid into this evil bullshit? But that's the thing. It's like people just accept this and just say, well, whatever. I'm going to have a kid anyway, Stop doing that. That's the thing people just won't ever do. No matter how bad life gets, we will always plug it in, and we will always create a new living human being to sheep on the system, just like how we do it. It's fucking crazy, man. There ain't nothing you can do to prevent people from having kids. There's nothing you can do. You can make food cost $2,000. $2,000 for milk. $3,000 for gas. $100,000 for toilet paper. People will still have kids. The outcome will most likely be they'll just be starving, poor, but people will still just say, I want to have kids anyway. And then the poor kids suffer now. Because now, of course, it's $200,000 for everything. Let's just make believe and say. Just saying, if things ever became to that extreme, which I wouldn't be surprised, but let's just say, people still have kids. People still do it. There's nothing you can do. No matter how bad life gets, no matter how unbearable or fucked up life gets, we will just keep having kids no matter what. No matter what. The world's going to end in 30 days, let's say. And let's say it's proven a fact. It's an asteroid that we can't somehow get rid of. It's going to kill us. Well, I'm still going to have a kid. Man, I wish the damn asteroid thing was true. Supposedly there's a rumor in 2029 that it's supposedly going to come. But I don't know if it's going to hit Earth or not. But, of course, NASA, if I'm saying that right, NASA, the sheep-ass fucking bastards are probably prevented from happening. Like they always do. They'll blow it up into bits of pieces. Or yeah. So, honestly, I doubt that's going to happen. However, I do hope to be wrong. But unfortunately, I'll probably be right. Most likely I'll be right. I mean, it's just common sense. I mean, it just proves, though, like, no matter what, people just have kids. A couple know they're financially unstable. They're poor. They're poor as anything. They don't have two nickels to rub together. And yet they still have a kid. And who suffers? The kid. I don't even care for the parents. I don't even feel bad for the parents because they seen the situation they're in, and yet they bring a poor soul that has no idea what he or she's getting themselves into. And now that poor person's got to suffer because your stupid broke asses had to have a kid. And I'm not trying to make fun of anyone broke. I'm not. But what gets me pissed is you're in that situation and you have a kid. Even if you're rich, you shouldn't have a kid. But nonetheless, being broke, man, come on. Like, people just don't use is there any brains above our heads? Like, I literally say, do people have brains up there? Is it all? I feel like that's a theory. There's no such thing as a brain. That's how I look at that. That's a theory. Are there really brains in our heads? Because I don't see it in a lot of people. In the majority of people, I just see an empty temple up there, if that makes any sense, If not, then I guess my brain's small too. Hey, let's fucking around. But I mean, seriously, do people have a brain, man? You're in a bad situation and you're going to have a kid? I mean, this is where I say, like, nothing could stop us from the motivation of reproducing. That's just one thing we always have motivation to do, no matter what situation we're in. World War III, World War IV, let's say. The world sinking into the lake of fire. We'll still have kids. Nothing to stop it. Nothing. Nothing bad could get, like what I'm trying to say is, no matter how bad things get, it just won't matter. People will always keep reproducing. Making these videos obviously ain't going to change the fact, but I just make it because I just love describing of how stupid mother effers are out there that just don't stop, man. I mean, you see what life is. You call the government this, you call the government that, but at the end, you're just accepting it all because you're having a kid. And now you're making him or her be a slave just like how you're a slave. And then you're threatening him or her that you got to go to school, you got to go through all this fucking bullshit to be successful in life. So right there, you're accepting the government. You're accepting for what life is, even though you know it may be shit, and yet you're still accepting it and bringing another poor soul into this mess. What the fuck, man? That's what I say to myself. What the beep? Oh my God. I mean, I don't know how stupid people, I can't believe how stupid people are. The government of this, the government of that. And you're absolutely right. But you have a kid, don't you? Yeah, I got 2 sons, one daughter, one's a nurse, one's a lawyer, one's a police officer. So you're talking all this shit about the government and just life itself, how fucked up everything, and you bring a kid. It's kind of hypocritious if you think what I mean. I don't even know if that's a word, hypocrite, you know what I'm trying to say. But you seem for what life is, and yet you still have a kid. That's the thing I just don't understand. See, I see for what life is, and I'm not going to make that mistake, man. I don't want to bring another poor soul into this world. And I even said in plenty of my videos I could be a multi-billionaire, which I wish, let's just say I was, and I still wouldn't do it. Because just in general, the amount of problems we deal with, health problems, I guess I wouldn't say financial problems in that way, because if I'm a multi-billionaire, but you get what I'm trying to say, like, health problems could be a high risk factor. You know, it's funny. It's like with all this being said, let's say there's milk in the refrigerator that you know's bad, meaning it gone bad, but fuck it, I'm going to drink it anyway. Just for the hell of it. That's like basically the same thing with knowing how crooked the government are, knowing the system, how all this shit's fucked up, cruel, how they don't care about us, how just fucked up everything is in life, inflation, and yet on top of that, we're just going to have a kid anyway for the sake of it. You know the milk's no good, you know the milk may make you sick, but fuck it, you're going to drink it anyway. That's literally the same exact saying of saying, yeah, the government of this, the government of that, which I agree they are, but at the end of the day, what are you doing? You're being a jackass having a kid. And then now you got to make that poor kid go through this hell because of your stupid ass. But yeah, man, this life's crazy, man. I can't believe the shit that's going on in today's world, you know, the inflation and all this, whatever. But yet, I want to have a kid. I may want a daughter now. You just said to yourself, you're just saying you can't believe what's going on in this hellhole life. And right after that, you're just going to create another kid. I mean, this is the shit I'm saying. Like, you can't make this shit up. That's literally what I'm trying to say. You just can't make this shit up. I know if I drink that milk, I'm going to get really sick, but fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. It's like the same thing with knowing life's garbage. The government, obviously, are no good pieces of shits. Please don't shut me down for saying that, government, but come on, you know it's true. You guys know it's true. But you know what, for the hell of it, I'm going to still have a kid anyway. Just for the hell of it, you know? Just for whatever reason. That's the shit that friggin' irritates me to no end, man. You see, there's a big problem here, and yet you create a bigger problem by bringing a kid into this world. You know, drinking that rotten milk's a problem. It's going to cause you a problem, cause you getting sick, or God only knows what, but you're going to drink it anyway for the hell of it. It's like basically a jackass. You know the show Jackass? So that's literally humanity for you. A lot of them see for what the world is, but yet they still reproduce like assholes, just so they can say, I want to be a father. I don't give 2 shits if I'm a father or not. be a good father by not becoming a father. If they get my drift. Don't have a kid. There. You don't have to worry about your son getting bullied or daughter getting bullied or kidnapped or in a mass shooting or whatever. There's so many things that could just go wrong. You worry about your kids. Some parents mostly smother their kids where they don't let them do this or do that because they're afraid something may go wrong. Well, if you have all this fear, why do you even create a kid in the first place? Just to chain them down like a dog, keep them on a leash? Oh no, you can't do this. I'm nervous. I can't sleep. We'll do this while you're gone. You're putting stress on yourself too. Not even, on the kid, but even yourself too. So you're smothering that kid. That kid has no freedom because of your comfort, which makes it selfish because you just bring someone to chain them. That's what it literally feels like. And you're putting all the stress and anxiety onto you when this all could have just been avoided if you were smart to not get yourself in this problem to begin with. That's why I don't want to get myself in this problem. I'm trying to use my noggin up there as best as possible. I mean, fuck, man. I'm trying to build this certain thing, but if I put this piece here, this isn't where it belongs. But I'm going to put it there anyway. I see that it's a big problem if I put this piece in this wherever fucking cylinder. I'm just making shit up. But I'm going to do it anyway. I know how fucked up life is. I know life's only getting harder, more expensive. But what am I going to do anyway? I'm going to have a kid, yo. I hope it's a girl. Heck, actually, no, I hope it's a boy. Yeah. Moment of silence, man. Moment of silence. But anyway, guys, I am going to wrap it up for now. Hope I really said some good, points in this video because I feel like these are just things that got to be, expressed out there as best as possible. Even though I may talk about the same things, I try to change it up as best as possible, reason it a little differently if that makes any type of sense. But it's just, and of course, what's really the point? Nothing's going to change. But you know what? It's just something I like to talk about anyway. And the thing is, people feel the same way and they feel less alone and they're like, hey, oh my God, this guy's reading my fucking mind. This guy's like a mind reader. I'm thinking the same thing. And no one else seems to have this type of, common sense. So when people watch these type of things, it gives them that good feeling, so that's kind of beneficial if you ask me. So that's one good thing. That's why I make these videos. Like I said, I could just stop. I could just go right now and never make a video again, but I don't want to just abandon you people like that. Now that your people are here for me, why would I just want to say, all right, screw this now, I'm done? That'd be kind of like a big smack into the viewers, meaning you people's faces. So that's something I wouldn't want to do, obviously. So that's why I keep making videos and try to think of more things to say. Even if sometimes it's the same stuff, I try to change it up a little bit as best as possible. But you get what I'm trying to say. But anyway, guys, I am going to go for now. I love you all. Sorry for being short. But yeah, we'll be making more soon. Any video requests, please leave them down below. And there is something I want to say once again. If your comments are getting deleted, please know that it's not me doing that. YouTube, I don't understand why they do that shit all the damn time. They're even deleting my comments. There's times I message people back and all of a sudden I go and check it again and I'm like, didn't I reply to this guy? I could have sworn I said whatever I had to say back to this guy. Meanwhile, I did, but he deleted it. So I ended up having to write back to it again, and sometimes it says, sometimes it don't. I don't know. YouTube's just a bunch of crooks. But anyway, gonna be wrapping it up for now. And yeah, peace out, guys. Love you all.